Good morning, it's 4:45. We're about to take off for Cincinnati. The car's charged to almost 100%, 99.9. It said 100% just a second ago. I'm about to wake the family up and get them in the car as fast as possible and get on the road. We'll see you in Eau Claire for our first Supercharge. So we're at the 6-stall Supercharger in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and only need to be here for about 11 minutes, and then we're going to be able to get on our way. But it's only 6:50 in the morning, so there's not much open for bathroom breaks, so we're going to have to make another pit stop on our way back to the highway. Just found out a little bit of good news. The Panera Bread is actually open at 6 a.m. on weekdays, so there is a place to hopefully use the restroom and get a snack. We're now in Mauston, Wisconsin, and it is a 6-stall Supercharger. We're taking a 17-minute charge stop. It's right behind a Culver's and a McDonald's and a Denny's across the highway. Not the major highway, but big enough that it's going to be a tough walk. There's also a service station over there. According to a betterrouteplanner.com, this is going to be a 17-minute stop. Then our next stop will be Madison. These little stops are way easier on the family so far to get out, use the restroom, take a quick break, and then get right back on the road. In the past, when we went out to Colorado, I had done go as far as you can on a battery, then charge all the way up, and that slow charging at the end is just a killer. So trying to avoid that, do short stops, and at least in our first stop in Eau Claire, the car was ready before we were. So hopefully that trend continues and we have a great rest of our day of traveling, because this is a long one. If you're happy and you know it, touch your nose. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, touch your nose. We are in Rockford, Illinois, and we only needed to get to 68%. We're over 80% now because we took a little longer in Dairy Queen than we needed, but this is a nice stop, a lot of stuff around. Very windy though. We're now in Lafayette, Indiana. We're finally past the Chicago traffic and all that, but we're making good time now. So far, every stop we've had, we have not been ready before the car. So using the system of running down and charging just a little bit to get you to the next charger is way more efficient. This is only going to be a 10-minute stop, so we got to hit it and get out of here. This is Indianapolis, right off the freeway in the La Quinta Inn parking lot. Pretty handy to find off the freeway if you're going this way towards Cincinnati out of Indianapolis. We just ate at the Pizza Hut. There's lots of restaurants and things around, but this is tucked back a little bit away. Probably really great if you're staying at the hotel here. It's 10:25, but I've already got the tent up. I've got the car camping all set up, so that took quite a while. I think we got here at 9:30 this time, about 8:30 Minnesota time. We drove pretty fast. Every time we charged the car, it was ready for us long before we were. With a child, it's tough to get in and out of anywhere quickly. The breaks we maybe wouldn't have taken otherwise were nice because I wasn't too exhausted when we finally got here. To save a little money on hotel and to test out the sleeping in the car, we booked a stop at the Winton Woods campground, which was a nice place, a little crowded for my taste for camping, but when you're subbing a cheaper option hotel, this worked great. Joan and I took the tent and Ellie slept in the car. She did the same setup with the foam and things that I did in the previous video. They do have plugs there, so it was just a 110 outlet, but it was enough to more than make up for using the climate control all night. Camper mode worked great. She said she was comfortable both nights and slept well. Saturday morning we got up and went right to the Cincinnati Zoo, which was the whole reason for going. This is close to Joan's 6th birthday, and she loves Fiona, the baby hippo. She was born premature a couple years ago. We started following her on YouTube. We like to check in on her every now and again. This is our second time visiting her, so it was pretty neat to see how much she'd grown. Joan absolutely loved it because she could have stayed by that glass the whole day and just looked at the hippos even when they were sleeping. She just wanted to sit there. We did walk around and see some of the other animals and the nice environment and displays they have there, so that was a lot of fun. I think she had a blast. It was a tiring day because we were there pretty much zoo open to zoo close. The zoo does have several charging spots, which was nice. And I don't know if they were all full all day, but they have several outlets, a lot of J1772 chargers. There's a Chatamo and one other style I'm forgetting the name of as well. Nice to see a variety, not just Teslas, getting use out of those chargers. Kind of made the parking fee for the zoo seem a little more worth it. That night we just got some fast food, brought it back to the campsite, reassembled the bed in the car, had a little campfire there, sang some songs, had a nice quiet night. Joan crashed pretty hard that night. Good morning. We're at the 10-stall Zionsville Supercharger in Indiana. By the time we got out of the campsite, it was about 7 a.m. I got up at about 5:45 Eastern Time. Went and had a shower, which was glorious. And then after that, we packed up the car, got Joan out of the tent at the last minute, put her in the car seat. She was pretty quiet for most of the drive up through Indianapolis. So left Cincinnati. We're just north of Indianapolis now. Just about a full charge after grabbing some breakfast for the road and then getting Joan changed into clothes instead of jammies, and then just about to move here and get on our next leg, making tracks here on Sunday morning. Drove from Zionsville to Maryville, then Rockford, Illinois, through the toll hell that is Illinois. Stopped in Rockford for lunch at the food court there. On the way out, Joan started getting a little fussy, didn't want to get back into the car, so we had a little extra time there. Then from Rockford, Illinois, up into Wisconsin, stopped at Mauston, which was a pretty busy supercharger. Lots of people in and out for just really quick stops. We were there for a little longer, long enough to have a banana split at the Culvers. Then drove on to Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We were there for a pretty short stop, just enough time for us to get dinner at Noodles and Company, get on the road, but when we left, every charger but one was full. A lot of Teslas on the road today. That's good to see, but hope that charging network keeps growing. Okay, so here we are. It's Sunday night. We made it home, and not too bad of a trip. We were able to get out of there by 7 a.m., that's 6 a.m. Central Time, and we got here at 8 p.m. Central Time, so about a 12-hour trip, start to finish. The stops really weren't bad. Again, the car was ready long before we were most of the time. Having two 12-hour drives in the span of a weekend was a lot for a 6-year-old, so Joan really needed some time to get out and probably could have used some more running around time today. For a lot of driving, we were able to do it pretty fast and efficiently and had a great time and great memories. And tomorrow I'll start our next adventure of cleaning the crumbs out of Joan's car seat. So have a great night, and thanks for watching.